Okay, we're going to finish this example with the last two here. I'm going to go ahead and change this to plus or negative 5, and I'm going to factor this. So the first thing is greatest common factor, k squared plus 2k minus 15. Then the k squared plus 2k minus 15 can be factored into 3 times k plus 5 times k minus 3. Now that I have it fully factored, I can see that my lowest common denominator is 2 times 3 times k plus 5 times k minus 3. So when I use that as my common denominator, now I look, what did this denominator need to become this new one? Well, it needed the 3 and the k minus 5 and the k minus 3. Plus negative 5. What did this denominator need to become the new one? It only needed to be multiplied by 2. Now we have a little bit of algebra to handle here. The best thing to do is to FOIL first and then do the distributive property. So later I'll distribute 9k. This factors in, well, this was a plus, sorry, plus 2k minus 15 plus negative 10. I could do that k squared plus 2k minus 15 so easily because I had factored it right here, so I knew exactly what it was going to become. Now I'm going to do all over my denominator. Now I'm going to do the distributive property. So I'm going to have 9k cubed plus 18k squared minus 135k plus negative 10 all over 2 times 3 times k minus 5 times k minus 3. I'm sorry, it should have been k plus 5 in that denominator. Sloppy with my signs. Now that numerator is a 4 term, so I'm going to look to group. What happens when you run through the scenarios of grouping, of putting this one with this one, factoring out, which would leave this one and this one, or vice versa, any of the combinations, is it doesn't get me anywhere. I don't get that matching quantity that then can be factored out. And so this, ugly as it is my final answer. Now our last example over here has that distributing the negative thing again. So I'm going to say plus a negative 1 times this. I'm going to factor this, 3 times a plus 2. So that means my lowest common denominator is 5 times 3 times a plus 2. So if that's going to become my new denominator, what do I have to multiply this denominator by to get there? I had to multiply that denominator by 3 times a plus 2 plus negative 1 times a plus 3. What did I have to multiply this denominator by to make the common denominator? I had to multiply by 5. Now again, a little bit of algebra. It's easiest to multiply these two and then distribute. And the same thing, it's easier to multiply these two and then distribute. So I'm going to have 9a times a plus 2 plus negative 5 times a plus 3. That's all over 5 times 3 times a plus 2. Distributive property in the numerator, 9a squared plus 18a plus negative 5a plus negative 15 all over 5 times 3 times a plus 2. Combine like terms, 9a squared plus 13a minus 15 all over 5 times 3 times a plus 2. go to the side of your paper and take a look to see, can the factors of 9 combine with the factors of 15 under subtraction to make 13. And when you run through all of your combinations, nothing will produce 13. So this can't be factored. And so this is your final answer.